Imagine this. You're sitting in a restaurant. The waiter comes over with a smile and says, "Are you ready to order?" And suddenly, all your English disappears. You know what you want to say, but your brain freezes.
Oh, that's such a familiar feeling. You've practiced grammar, you've memorized food words. But when it's time to speak to a real waiter, everything sounds either too formal or too awkward.
Exactly. So, in today's episode, we're going to fix that. You'll learn how to order food in English like a native speaker, naturally, confidently, and politely.
And we'll go step by step, from greeting the host to paying the bill with real life restaurant conversations you can practice out loud.
Perfect. Let's start right at the entrance. You walk into a restaurant, and someone greets you, usually the host or hostess. They might say, "Hi, how many people?" or "Table for how many?"
You can answer simply, "Table for two, please," or "Just me today, thanks." No need for long sentences, polite, natural, done.
Exactly. And they might ask, "Do you have a reservation?" If you don't, just say, "No, we don't," or "Not yet. Do you have a table available?"
That phrase, "Do you have a table available?" is super useful. It's polite, clear, and works anywhere from a small cafe to a fancy restaurant.
Let's do a mini scene. I'll be the host, you be the customer.
All right.
Good evening. Do you have a reservation?
No, not tonight. Table for two, please.
Of course. Right this way.
Easy. That's all you need.
Now you're seated, and the waiter brings the menu. Here's something you'll always hear. "Can I get you something to drink?"
Classic. And your answers can be simple too. Just water for now. Or, yes, can I have a lemonade, please?
I like that. For now. It sounds natural, as if you might order something else later.
Exactly. You can also say, I'll have, which is the golden phrase for ordering food or drinks. I'll have the iced tea. I'll have the chicken salad. It's friendly and confident, just like native speakers say it.
Here's a quick tip. "Can I get" and "I'll have" mean almost the same thing, but "I'll have" sounds slightly more natural in restaurants. "Can I get" is a bit more casual.
Right. So the waiter comes back and says, Are you ready to order? What do you do if you need more time?
Easy. You can say, "Not yet. We need a few more minutes." Or, "Almost. We're still deciding."
Perfect. And when you're ready, just say, Yes, I think we're ready to order. Then start with your main dish.
Let's make it real. I'll be the waiter this time.
Okay,
"Hi there. Are you ready to order?
yes, I'll have the grilled salmon, please.
Would you like rice or potatoes with that?"
Potatoes, please.
Excellent. Anything to drink?
Just water for now, thanks.
See how natural that sounds? Short, polite, easy rhythm.
Exactly. You don't need perfect grammar, just warmth and clarity.
And if you're not sure what something on the menu means, you can always ask. Say, "What's in the Caesar salad?" or "How is the steak cooked?"
Or, could you recommend something? That one's great. It shows interest and trust, and waiters love it.
Yes. "What do you recommend?" is such a friendly, native like question. And if you want to sound extra polite, you can start with, "Excuse me." For example, "Excuse me, could you recommend something popular here?"
That's a good one. It's how you go from tourist English to real conversation.
Exactly. And when your food arrives, there's a natural way to respond too. "Thank you. That looks great." Or even "Smells amazing." Little comments like that make your English sound alive.
And if something's missing, like your fork or napkin, you can say, Excuse me, could I get a fork, please? Or could I have another napkin?
Simple, polite, confident.
In the next part, we'll go deeper into the second half of the restaurant experience, how to handle special requests, give feedback, and ask for the check like a native speaker.
Because ordering food isn't just about the meal, it's about conversation.
So we've got our drinks, we've ordered our meals, and now we're waiting for the food to arrive. But this part of the restaurant experience can also bring a few small but important English moments, especially when you need to ask for something politely.
Exactly. Let's start with one of the most common ones. Maybe your water glass is empty or you need some extra sauce. You can simply say, "Excuse me, could I have some more water, please?" Or, "Could I get some ketchup?"
That phrase, could I have, is gold. It's polite, calm, and it works for everything. Could I have another fork? Could I have a little more bread? Could I have the check, please?
And sometimes the waiter might check in with you during the meal. They'll ask, "How's everything?" or "How's your food?"
This is your moment to be friendly. You can say, it's really good, thank you, or delicious, or even perfect.
And if something's wrong, don't worry, you can still be polite. For example, "Excuse me, this soup is a bit cold," or "I'm sorry, I think this isn't what I ordered."
That's such an important one because learners sometimes stay quiet even when there's a mistake. But English has kind, gentle ways to fix it.
Right? You're not complaining, you're communicating. And tone makes all the difference. If you say it softly and with a smile, it always comes across as polite. Let's do a quick scene. You'll be the customer, and I'll be the waiter. "Excuse me?
Yes?
I'm really sorry, but I think this isn't what I ordered. I asked for the vegetarian pasta."
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Let me fix it for you right away.
"Thank you so much."
See, no stress, no drama, just calm communication.
Exactly. Another situation that comes up a lot is special requests. Maybe you want your food without onions or you have an allergy. You can say, "Could I have it without onions, please?" Or, "I'm allergic to nuts. Does this dish have any?"
That's a big one. If you ever need to mention allergies, say it clearly and early. I'm allergic to shellfish. Or, I can't have dairy. Most restaurants take that very seriously.
And if you're vegetarian or vegan, you can say, "Do you have any vegetarian options?" Or, "Is there a vegan version of this dish?"
Yeah, and even simpler. Does this have meat? Or, can I get this without cheese?
Let's do another mini scene, this time about special requests.
Hi there, are you ready to order?
"Yes. Could I have the salad, but without croutons, please?"
Of course. Any dressing preference? Yeah,
"Yes. Could I have it on the side?"
sure thing.
"Thank you."
That's a great example of natural, polite English at the table.
And "on the side" is such a useful little phrase. It means you want something separate from your main dish, like dressing or sauce.
Exactly. You'll sound instantly native if you use it. Can I get the sauce on the side? Or can I have fries instead of salad? Those are small but powerful details.
Here's another one people sometimes forget: checking in. You might want to ask how long your order will take, especially if it's been a while. You can say, "Excuse me, do you know how much longer it'll be?"
Or is our food coming soon? Both are polite and perfectly normal.
Right. It's all about tone again. Friendly, not impatient.
And once you finish your meal, there's that classic moment when the waiter asks, can I get you anything else? Or would you like dessert?
You can say, "No, I'm good, thank you," or "Just the check, please." And if you do want dessert, "Yes, could I see the dessert menu?"
Just the check, please, is the magic phrase for paying. In British English, you might also hear the bill. In American English, it's almost always the check.
And if you want to sound super polite, you can say, "Could we get the check when you have a moment?" It's gentle, respectful, and very natural.
That's one of my favorites. It's polite but not stiff. It sounds like something a real local would say.
So far, you've learned how to order, request, and handle any little restaurant situation with ease. But in the next part, we'll add something more: the human side of dining out, small talk, compliments, and those friendly exchanges that make eating out a cultural experience, not just a meal.
Because restaurants are about more than food, they're about connection.
So, you've ordered your food, it's delicious, and everything's going smoothly. But here's something many English learners forget: restaurants are also social spaces. How you speak to the staff and the people with you can really shape the experience.
Absolutely. English speaking cultures value friendliness and small talk in restaurants. It doesn't have to be deep, it's just a way of creating warmth.
For example, when your waiter asks, "How's everything tasting?" you can say, "It's great, thank you," or "Really good." If you want to sound more natural, you can add a small comment like, "The sauce is amazing," or "The steak's perfect."
Yeah, that's what locals do. They notice one thing and say it with a little enthusiasm. You're not just responding, you're connecting.
Exactly. And if something surprises you in a good way, you can say, "Wow, that's better than I expected," or "That's delicious." Those little reactions are totally normal in English.
Here's a quick tip for polite conversation when staff ask, "How are you today?" At the start, it's not a deep question. Just smile and say, "I'm good, thanks. How about you?"
That's right. It's a friendly ritual. It sets the tone. And when you leave, always say something kind. "Thanks so much," or "Have a great evening." Go a long way.
Let's make that real with a short dialogue. You be the server, I'll be the customer.
"Hey there. How are you doing today?"
I'm great, thanks. How about you?
"Doing well, thanks." "Are you ready to order?"
Yes, I'll have the pasta, please.
"Excellent choice." That's one of my favorites.
Perfect. Can't wait to try it.
See? It's short, friendly, and full of those tiny natural moments of connection.
Yeah, it's like a dance. Simple rhythm, polite steps, natural tone.
Exactly. And these moments don't just happen with waiters. If you're eating with friends or colleagues, there's a whole layer of table conversation you can join in, even as a learner.
Let's explore that. Say you're out with friends and the food arrives. A very common line is, "That looks so good," or "Wow, that smells amazing."
And if someone's dish looks great, you can ask, "What did you get?" or "How's yours?"
Then they might say, "It's really good. You should try some." And you can reply, "Oh, thanks." Just a bite.
That's one of my favorite English moments. It's friendly, relaxed, and full of connection.
And you can use simple reaction phrases like, "Oh, nice. That's good to know." Or, "I'll have to try that next time." They sound effortless, but they keep conversations alive.
Here's another good one. If the food is spicy or strong, and someone asks what you think, you can say, "It's a bit spicy, but I like it." Or, "It's different, but good."
Those small balance words, a bit, kind of, sort of, make your English sound so natural. Instead of saying it is spicy, you say it's a bit spicy. Softer, more conversational.
Exactly. And if you want to make small talk while waiting for the food, here are some easy lines. "Have you been here before?" "What do you usually order?" Or, "I love the music in here."
Perfect. You're not forcing a conversation. You're just noticing and sharing.
And you know what's great? These little exchanges build confidence. Once you can talk about something as universal as food, you can talk about anything.
That's true. Food is one of those topics that always brings people together. It's warm, it's safe, and it's full of shared experiences.
Exactly. And speaking of shared experiences, There's one more part of eating out that's always a bit confusing for learners: how to pay the bill naturally.
Ah, yes, the final step of restaurant English. The check dance? Who asks? Who pays? What do you say?
Don't worry, we'll walk through it all next.
And by the end, you'll be able to handle that moment with confidence. No awkward pauses, no panic.
All right, so you finished your meal, everyone's happy, and now comes the moment every diner knows: the check. It's simple, but if you're learning English, this moment can feel a little awkward.
Totally. You're not sure if you should wave someone over, say something, or just wait. But don't worry, it's easy once you know the right phrases and rhythm.
Let's start with the basics. When you're ready to pay, you can catch the waiter's attention with a friendly, "Excuse me," and then say, "Could we get the check, please?" Or, "Can I have the bill, please?"
Right. Check is used in American English and bill in British English. Both are perfectly fine.
And if you want to sound extra natural, you can add a soft phrase like, "when you have a moment," or "when you get a chance." For example, "Could we get the check when you have a moment?"
That little phrase makes it sound so polite. It shows you're not rushing them, just asking kindly.
Exactly. Then the waiter might say, "Of course, I'll bring it right over." Or sometimes, "Will that be one check or separate checks?"
And that's a key moment. If you're eating with friends, you need to decide whether you're paying together or splitting the bill.
One check means one person pays for everything. Separate checks means each person pays for their own meal.
You can say, separate checks, please, or we'll split it.
Or if one person's treating everyone, they might say, "No worries, I've got this," or "It's on me."
It's on me is such a nice phrase. It means I'm paying. Friendly, generous, and used all the time.
And if you want to argue back playfully, you can say, "No, no, let me get this one." Or, "You paid last time. It's my turn."
That's such a natural part of social dining in English. It's not just about who pays, it's about showing care.
Exactly. And once the waiter brings the check, they'll often say, "No rush," or "Take your time." That means you don't have to hurry. Just pay when you're ready.
Then, when you're done, you can say, thank you so much. Everything was great, or that was delicious.
Compliments like that are small but powerful. They show gratitude and make the interaction feel human.
Let's do a quick full scene so you can hear how this moment sounds from start to finish.
Perfect. You be the customer, I'll be the waiter.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Could we get the check when you have a moment?
Of course. One check or separate?
Separate, please.
Sure thing. I'll be right back.
Thanks.
Here you go.
Thanks so much. Everything was delicious.
Glad to hear it. Have a great night.
You too.
That's it. Friendly, simple, smooth.
And notice how polite phrases like, when you have a moment, thank you, and you too, make the exchange warm without being formal.
Exactly. It's that mix of confidence and kindness that makes you sound like a native speaker.
Here's another small but important cultural note: tipping. In many English speaking countries like the US or Canada, leaving a tip is expected, usually between 15% and 20% of the bill.
In the UK or Australia, it's less common but still appreciated, especially in sit down restaurants. If service is good, a small tip, around 10%, is nice.
And if you're not sure what to do, you can always ask, is the service included? Some restaurants already add it to the bill.
That's a great question to know. Is service included? Is polite, practical, and shows cultural awareness.
And when you're leaving, that final goodbye matters too. You can say, thanks again, have a great evening, or everything was wonderful.
Or even, "We'll definitely come back." That one always makes the staff smile.
I love that. Food brings people together, and a few kind words in English can make the experience so much more memorable.
Exactly. And that's what this is really about. Not just ordering food, but connecting through it.
So, in the next and final part, we'll bring everything together: the language, the rhythm, and the feeling of dining out in English with confidence.
Because being able to order food isn't just a skill, it's a way of belonging wherever you are. You know, Tom, the more we talk about restaurants, the more I realize ordering food in English isn't just about communication, it's about connection.
Exactly. Think about it. Every meal is a tiny story. From the moment you say, "table for two, please," to that last "thanks, have a great night," you're not just using English, you're building relationships.
Right. And what makes you sound native isn't perfect grammar or fancy words. It's rhythm, tone, and warmth. The pauses, the smiles, the little phrases like, no rush, take your time, or I'll have the same. Those are what make English come alive.
Yes, it's the small human moments. Like when the waiter says, "How was everything?" and you smile and say, "Perfect, thank you." It's real, it's connection in 2 seconds.
Or even when something goes wrong, maybe your order's delayed, and you say, no worries, take your time. That single line says so much about your confidence and kindness in English.
Let's do something fun for our listeners. Imagine they're sitting in a restaurant right now. Let's walk them through the full experience from walking in to walking out.
Love that idea. Okay, here we go.
You walk in. A host greets you. "Hi there, how many?" You smile and say, "Table for two, please."
They lead you to a table. Here's your menu. You reply, thank you. You sit down, look around, take a moment.
A waiter arrives. "Can I get you something to drink?" You answer, "Just water for now, please."
You check the menu. When you're ready, you say, I think we're ready to order.
The waiter smiles. "What can I get for you?" You reply, "I'll have the grilled chicken, please."
Would you like fries or salad with that?
"Salad, please."
Then your food arrives. You say, thank you, this looks amazing.
Halfway through, the waiter checks in. "How's everything?" You smile. "Perfect, thank you."
You finish your meal, lean back, and say, that was so good. Then you catch the waiter's eye. Excuse me, could we get the check when you have a moment?
They bring it over. You pay, smile, and say, "Everything was wonderful. Thanks so much."
And as you leave, they say, have a great night. You reply, you too.
That's it. A complete restaurant experience from start to finish, spoken like a native.
And notice, every step uses phrases that are simple but warm. You don't need complex grammar. You just need confidence and tone.
Exactly. English in restaurants isn't about perfection, it's about presence.
I love that. Presence over perfection. That's such a great lesson for language learning in general.
Totally. And here's a little practice idea for anyone listening. Next time you watch a movie or TV show with restaurant scenes, pause it and repeat the lines out loud. Feel the rhythm. Notice how soft, fast, or friendly the voices sound.
Yes, you'll start to pick up natural phrasing without even trying. And if you want to go further, practice at home. Pretend you're in a restaurant. Set the scene, order, ask for the check, even compliment the food.
It might feel silly at first, but that's exactly how you build fluency, by living the language.
And when you finally sit down in a real restaurant, you'll find yourself smiling, thinking, hey, I know how to do this.
That's the best feeling, when English starts to feel like you.
So, wherever you are, next time you're out eating, try one new phrase. Maybe, could I get that on the side? Or everything was delicious. Use it, enjoy it, and make it yours.
Because English, like food, is best when it's shared.
Beautifully said.
Thanks. And now I'm officially hungry.
Same. Let's go test our English and our appetites.
Perfect idea.
I'm Mia,
I'm Tom.
and this was Easylish, where English feels like conversation, not class.